Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the TyranoBuilder Summer Game Jam 2015. TyranoBuilder is a game engine used to create visual novels. The challenge for this game jam was to use that engine to make a game with a theme united by fate for the jam. There are 44 entries, and I'm playing each one for about a minute. Links to the entries will be in the description so you can check them out. These are story-based entries, so you're only going to get a taste of what the story is. So you might want to continue further. If you'd like to check me out, all my info is also in the description. I have a Steam group where I curate games, a Twitter, Patreon, etc., etc. Thank you for liking and commenting. Anyway, next. We're playing the game Lilycal Laika. I finally made it. That Alcaberry ride took a lot longer than I thought it would. I was told a trip to Industrial Colony should be short, but that felt like forever. Industrial Colony was a branch of Crescent's Industries research and development arm established on a colony planet previously uninhabited by humans. The small colony and destructive local wildlife made it a notorious planet. However, that same wildlife brought in a niche of thrill seekers. Industrial Colony was used to research weapons, and the small universe attached to it gave the students a chance to work directly with professional engineers. As more and more students came to the harsh planet, Industrial found a cheap process to advance the development of weapons. Students and other civilians of the industry worked as strikers to deploy new weapons against the attacking life forms in real-world test scenarios. The abundance of strikers and targets gave industry all the data it needed instead of wasting money to set up a few experiments and simulators. It was a mutually beneficial relationship. In addition to the thrill, spikers would be paid handsomely by the industry. Though if you ask me, it's an exploitation of cheap labor. By a stroke of luck, I managed to get a room in Industrial Guild buildings, so getting food and finding jobs should be a little easier. But that's all for later. First thing first. A new city, a new dress, a new life. I could be whoever I wanted to be here. No one can stop me anymore. You hear that, guys? All of you can suck my... yes? Welcome to the Lily Guide. I'm the manager and owner. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to help you move in. Oh, no, not at all. I didn't bring much with me. As you can see, my room's rather bare. Anyways, I'm Lilycal Laika. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you, too. If you'd like, I could show you around the guild's facilities. That would be great. Thai and Japanese food. This is the food hall and bar, though we serve all kinds of drinks, not just alcohol. It's always open. It's a great place to meet people and make connections. I'm not good at meeting strangers. Neither am I. Honestly, it's a skill that took a lifetime to build. A lifetime? How long exactly? Are you saying I'm too old for you? I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Just wanted to tease you. By the way, I'm 33, if you're into that. Eh? You're easily flustered, aren't you? I can't help it. I'm not used to this kind of thing. Anyways, miss, you can just call me Cora without any miss or any kind of thing. Oh, well, Cora, you say your name was Haiju Cora, right? Indeed. As in the Haiju family, the family that created and owns Crescent Industries. Seems kind of neat. Next, we're playing the game Sincerely Yours. A moment they both treasured, a moment worth of a lifetime. New game. I remember something sweet and warm. Sweet and warm, but bitter and cold at the same time. It was definitely there. Memories which gave me strength and bravery, memories that I cherish dearly. Even now I remember those moments. My heart is here. School. Class 3-2 Higash High School. Today a classmate of ours is transferring away. His name is Terasaka Daki, I don't know. Apparently it was due to his parents moving into some other place somewhere close to the city. It was a pretty sudden decision. Nobody expected him to go separate ways so quickly. The class has been together for 3 years too, so it stuck with us quite heavily. And so everyone here is throwing a farewell party. They even got permission from the teachers too. Seriously, everyone is too serious for this. The teachers did give us permission on condition that we deliver our questionnaires in the same evening. So I'm supposed to collect all the papers and deliver them. I better collect and deliver them to Shaiku-sensei quickly. Everyone, don't forget we have to submit the questionnaires. So, could you please hand them to me now? Eh? Hasu-san, cut us some slack. This is Daki's last day here. We should hang out a bit. Besides, there's still 2 hours before the teachers go back. But collecting them now doesn't really hurt, right? The quicker, the easier. But I still haven't finished it yet. That's why I want to collect them now. If not, you guys are never going to hand your answers to the teacher. Docky said something. The questionnaires can't wait for another day, right? I already submitted mine. It's been a few weeks already. That's fast. It's for the best. I'm cool. Oh, what did you fill in the ambitions? I want to be free. That sounds so vague. The teachers wouldn't accept that. That's why I'm resubmitting. They said my ambition is impossible. Of course they did. It's like a subtle way of saying being unemployed. We live in chairs of society. People nowadays are mascots because they secretly enjoy being chained. Don't say things that can be misunderstood. You are complicating things. Don't sound so depressing. What you said just now is even more depressing. Ugh. Just talking to you is making me tired. Just redo your questionnaire or whatever. I wrote something more realistic. You don't sound too realistic. What is it? Writing. Wow, I'm amazed. I didn't know you were interested in writing. That's pretty neat. I like the 3D background with these like fronts that are just kind of hand drawn. It's pretty neat. Next, we're playing the game Blindfolded. Hey, you. Are you alive? Wait, that's a stupid question. Are you awake? Can you hear me? Hello? It hurts so much. My body. There's someone here. Can you hear me? Yeah? Good. Glad to not have a corpse in the same room with me. I thought you were dead. You are badly injured, man. Blood's all over your body. You can't see. They blindfolded me so tight. My hands are tied up with my body, too. Maybe this other guy can help? Please, can you please help unfold my eyes? Dude, you don't need to ask for my help. The first thing that I would do when I see someone like you. I would definitely help. But I'm so sorry. You're actually kind of in the same boat. I'm kidnapped too. My hands are tied up like you. Can you believe it? Someone did kidnap an absolute nobody like me. But compared to you, I'm a little lucky. I didn't get blindfolded and tortured to death. Phew. Apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Nah, it's okay. So, what happened? To you? I don't know. You were here first. I saw you lie down at the wall for God knows how long that is. You didn't even move an inch before, so I thought you were done for good. All I know is that I woke up and here I am. Where are we? I'm in some abandoned warehouse or something, I guess. Specifically, we were in a storeroom, pretty small storeroom. There's a window and a door, which I would definitely have checked and know that they are locked. Nothing inside the room except two stranded bodies just waiting for some miracle to happen, or not. Who are you? You can call me Dean, like James Dean, but I'm not him. I'm just Dean. It's my first name anyway. I'm kind of ashamed with my family name. It's stupid to tell you. How long have you been here? I don't know about you, but I've been here for a few hours or so. I can't see my watch and there's no clock in here. My best guess is it's late midnight. That's nothing. Suit yourself. This guy. I'm not sure whether to believe him or not. His voice. He sounds calm, not frightened at all. That's weird for a victim. Something's wrong here. Next. We're playing the game A World Called Verendia. Verendia? Dedicated to a certain half-Atarian girl. Thanks for offering to help clean out the attic, Alyssa. No problem, Mom. I was at a loose end today anyway. What do you want me to do? Well, as you can see, your father and I have taken out all of our things already. The only things that are left are your great-grandmother Ethel's mementos. But apart from a few little things, like that photo there, I don't think there's anything really worth keeping anymore. Is that my great-grandmother Ethel? Yes, that's her. She was so pretty. She looks like a princess. Well, she wasn't anything as amazing as that, but she was a great storyteller. I remember her telling your Aunt Carly and I fantastic fairy tales at bedtime when we were very young. I wish I could hear those stories. Sorry, but I can hardly remember them. Maybe Aunt Carly remembers them better than I do. Speaking of Aunt Carly, isn't that top the one she gave you for your birthday a couple of years ago? The one you swore you'd never ever wear? I wasn't expecting you to notice sooner. Yeah, I swore I'd never wear it, but it's so dusty in here I didn't want to wear any of my good tops. Good thinking. I think it'd be a shame to throw away any of these things. We don't have room for all of them anymore, unfortunately. But tell you what, why don't you have a good look through all the stuff and choose the things you really think we should keep? That sounds great. Okay, I'm going back downstairs now and prepare some lemonade for you. You're going to get quite hot quickly up here. I'll call you when it's ready. Thanks, Mom. Now where should I start? I guess I should look for the most valuable looking thing first. Like that gold colored box over there. I wonder what's inside. Let's see, an old map of a country I don't recognize with weird writing on it, a silver ring with a weird smiley design on it, and a statue of a horse with wings, which also has weird writing on it. Alyssa? How disappointing. None of these things look like they're all valuable. I wonder why they're being kept in a box. Well, if it fits me, I guess I'll keep the ring. I don't need the other two things. Well, what do you know? It fits perfectly. That's a cute ring. But for some reason, I'm getting a funny tingling sensation all over. Anyway, I better put the other things away. Wait a second. The map is England. How on earth did that happen? It says map of Verendia in the middle. Oh, I can't read the writing on the statue, too. Oh, I can read the writing on the statue. It says Arion. Wait, what's happening? Where am I? How did I get here? Is there somebody in here? Ah! Sorry, Lassie, I didn't mean to startle you. I was walking past and I saw a big flash in here and I came to investigate. That's okay. I'm a little bit disoriented at the moment. Say, you're not from around here, are you? How can you tell? Well, I know just about everybody in these parts and I don't recall seeing you before. That's pretty neat. That must be where she gets all her stories from, this mystical land. Next. We're playing the game Zugunruhe. Your great-grandfather served in World War II. Yes, to think he left all these things behind. Among the dusty clutters of old books and memoirs laid an indescribable amount of knickknacks, mostly random trinkets and outdated medical supplies. One of the boxes had accidentally been knocked over and pouring the glass vials of morphine into the floor, which had remained unused all these years. He was a Nazi, so he should have something valuable. I mean, the propaganda material is highly sought by collectors. He was a Nazi? I asked incredulously. I had come here under the pretense that we were merely looking for heirlooms, stuff we could take back and put up on display or take to a broker and sell for some coin. I didn't think we were raiding a war criminal's supply. Yes, he was. Didn't your father ever tell you? No, he didn't. I don't blame him. Scott looks down at me with a sneer on his face. I'd be pretty humiliated if I knew my lineage was connected to the regime. I mean, it's one of humanity's greatest shames. Shut up, I glare as he chuckles at my defensiveness. I must look like a real idiot not knowing my own family history, whereas his family does. His father's a historian and just happens to have the resources available for him to dig up some dirt on my old great-grandfather. We didn't know much about him, save for the fact that his belongings were stored in the attic of our family house. It's the reason we came here, to see if anything he left behind could be of some use or value. I glanced at a rusted birch case sitting in the corner when suddenly Scott jumps up in alarm. In reaction, I find myself leaping from off the floor only to discover the source of his panic was only a rat scurrying away through piles of boxes. I hate them so much, Scott shudders as he returned to digging through a small collection of books. Most of these are in German. Maybe you can translate their titles? Of course I can translate, or did you forget that I'm actually from Germany? I retorted in a slightly annoyed tone. Still, I can't help but find my curiosity drawn when Scott passes me a few of the books. Most of the covers were worn and hardly discernible, and the descriptions were mostly blotched out, stained from where the ink had come in contact with water. These are war documents, like there are records here. I think medical terminology? I don't understand it. Yeah, you're too dumb to understand. Scott insulted over his shoulder as he pulled out yet another box of medical supplies. This time, one filled with something described as wound cleaner in German. I paid him little attention as I flipped through the medical records. Most were study notes, it seemed, scribbling with details in regarding to certain procedures. Some of them were paired with images, drawings that had been done by hand. I think he was an artist. I couldn't help but find myself smiling as I stumbled upon the remains of what seemed to be a small bird drawn in the corner of paper. Well, unless he has any paintings around here we can sell, then it doesn't exactly help us now, does it? How did this Scott person get control of, like, our grandfather's stuff? He seems like quite the dick. Anyway, next. We're playing the game Spell of Silence. In a society full of voices, my world was silent. After the discovery of magic, our culture ushered in an age of sophistication and rapid development. Magic made our lives easier by allowing us to harness elements in nature such as fire and wind. With just a verbal incantation, the caster could activate the mana that lay latent in their body and allowed these miracles to happen. Our society harnessed this power to develop many contraptions and conveniences only made possible by magic. Lamps and torches could be lit without any tools. Shopkeepers stacked goods high, knowing their customers could use wind magic to reach the highest shelves. Carriages could move without horses by using a ship's sail and the ocean breeze conjured by the driver. Life became much more convenient and relaxing now that people could speak their desires and manifest them. But the problem with me is, I'm mute. For as long as I can remember, I never had a voice. Growing up as a kid without a voice was difficult enough already. Classmates often picked on me, since I couldn't say anything in my defense. At first I tried retorting with words on a piece of paper, but they would just tear it apart before reading it. Before long I just accepted it as inevitable and would hide at lunch and then hurry home after school. Things only got worse once we started magic lessons. I would try to cast the spells as instructed, but they would not come forth without words. My classmates laughed at me until the teacher gave up and let me to self-study. The school essentially abandoned me and told me to get out of the way while my classmates learned how to function in society. I began to learn what being mute meant in this world. My parents had to light a candle for me so I could see at night. I couldn't go out after dark without someone else since I couldn't cast a flame on the streetlights. I couldn't float items down from the highest shelves in stores. I had to gesture or write down what I wanted, then ask someone to get it for me. Everyone looked at me like I was lazy trash, so I started just buying stuff near the bottom. Life had simply become going to school, hurrying home, reading books. At last, when I pretended to be the hero of a novel, I could be normal and accepted. I could have a place in society and a future to look forward to. Now, I just felt like a hindrance. I drowned everything out. The world became defiantly silent to me until I heard that melody. One cold afternoon in winter, I began walking home from school. Snow had been falling for a few weeks now, leaving a blanket of white fluff covering the streets. This is kind of neat, being a mute in a world of magic. Next. We're playing the game Mirai High School Hack Club. These are cute graphics. Members only, computer club, okay. Mirai High School. This is where I spent most of my time. Between here and home, that pretty much makes up the entire actual world right now. My online world, however, is much greater and more interesting. I'm Luca, the founder of Mirai High School Computer Club, the most download-worthy, god-tier club there ever was, and that there ever will be. This is our top-secret headquarters. I suggested we meet in an ordinary, everyday classroom in order to hide in plain sight. Currently we have 5 members. 3 of those members just happen to be my close friends, but that had absolutely nothing to do with them signing up. It was clearly a combination of online media biz ad campaign and my stellar reputation as the best hacker on Earth. Well, maybe not on Earth. I mean, Edward Snowden might be a little better, but definitely best in Japan. Wait. Oh yeah, there's that guy. Something with the Nobel Prize? Whatever. No question, I'm the best at my school. Although there's that one sophomore who got early admission to Tokyo University. Or was it 2? I'm definitely better than Reggie. Probably. Anyway, we're super selective about who we let into the club. Oh no. Reggie's got that overconfident smirk on his face again. That's never good. Hey guys, check this. The moron on Tochan just posted that his favorite god-tier actor is Matthew McConaughey. The pictures of Christian Bale. Bahaha. What? I tell him what an idiot is. Hone, bitch. So these are like internet trolls. Wait, what? Why am I a faggot? Rage never seems to be in on the joke until it's too late. Now juniors in high school, we've been friends since our first day of school. We're also neighbors. I probably know him better than he knows himself. Reggie's obsessed with creating his own memes that catches on and goes viral, and his life goal? We had high hopes for WWKD. What would Kurasu do? But no luck so far. I'm not autistic, you are. Stop telling me to get the fuck out. New text message. Keh. That's my friend Anton in the hoodie. We've been friends online for going on 5 years now. We're into all of the same computer games. He plays on our team except when we battle each other to improve our skill set. I usually end up letting him win. Okay, I'm gonna make one thing clear. I don't want to sit around all year watching you guys troll Torchan. I'm not a troll. That's exactly what trolls say. So I propose we actually be productive and collab on a project. That's Anari, my other childhood friend who lives one street over. She's ambitious and the sole voice of reason in our group. Without her, Reggie and I would probably still be in kindergarten. Well, I'm all for it, if we can agree on something, that is. Have a great idea for a game. I've been doing research in my spare time. Raj only does one type of research that I know of. Is it an ergo? No interruptions, please. It's gonna have a really intricate plot with lots of endings, super cool, super well developed characters, and next gen high def 3D graphics. It's an Erage, isn't it? It is? No, it's... Never mind. Next. Next, we're playing game 16. This is pretty. I'm so glad to be going home. Who would have thought that I'd get an after-school detention? Considering what day it is today, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, Billy. Mom? I mean, Lay? I know I have no right to say this, but happy birthday. You actually know? Of course I do. I may not have been there while you were growing up, but I always remember this date. Of all the days to see my estranged mother, it had to be today, the anniversary of her dumping me unceremoniously on Gran. I haven't seen her for a very long time. In fact, the last time I saw her was when I was 8. It was my birthday then, too. She didn't stay longer than 10 minutes. It's quite a coincidence, isn't it? We've never caught the same train before. Perhaps it's fate. Will I have this chance, I would like to ask to reconcile with you if possible. I'm sorry, did I just hear that correctly? I know I've let you down before, but I was so scared last time. However, I've changed, and I would like to become a part of your life for good. I'm not the same woman I used to be. How do I know you've changed? Didn't you say that last time? I've said a lot of things in the past. Most of them were things I didn't mean. I can understand your hesitation. I would do the same thing in your place. Wait, why are you on the train so late? School finished an hour ago. Detention. Detention? That's not like you. How would you know? Mom sends me updates on you regularly. I guess she thought I would come to appreciate them one day. She was right, as always. Why are you doing this? You wouldn't understand. You've never been a mother. Neither have you. I deserve that. Look, I'm sure you have questions, so why don't you go ahead and ask them? Perhaps by doing this, we can understand each other and our feelings better. I had questions I wanted to ask you for 16 years. Well, now's your opportunity. What would you like to know? Why'd you leave so quickly? Let's do why'd you leave so quickly? What? Why now? That's a good question, actually. Mainly because you're here now in this train. It feels like... Oh, I didn't pick that question, though. I picked why'd you leave when he was 8. I was going to call up Mom on the weekend to discuss coming over to the house to see you both. Even though Mom and I made up, I never really came over because I didn't want to upset you. The reason I've chosen now is because I'm at a pretty good place in my life at the moment. I have a stable job, own a house, and have a loving husband. I guess for the first time in my life, I'm actually happy and comfortable. It's been a long road, but I'm glad that I did what I did to get here. There's no point in dwelling on regrets, no point in dwelling on the past. Next. We're playing Game of Fate, Episode 1. This little graphic is really cute. New game. Fate is a game. A game where you draw cards and try to make a winning hand. A game where you roll the dice and hope the numbers are enough. Fate is a game. A game where you learn the rules and follow them to stay alive. A game where you follow the ladder and hope you don't hit the snake. Yes, I'm sorry. Your fate is just a game. And though you may deny it, you're not even the one who's playing. Game of Fate. Episode 1. Shugo Yamino was faced with a hopeless situation. He was a normal boy, the kind who couldn't even make the school soccer team. He couldn't even score higher than a B+ on his tests. So what was he supposed to do? What could he do to stop a witch from killing him? Where is everyone? Why isn't anyone coming to help us? The voice of his younger sister shook him out of his terrified daze. She was breathless from running and shaking as much as he was. They stood between 2 buildings and a shopping center, 2 stores that were supposed to be open right now. Yet for some reason, not a single person had come to them. All lights in the town were on, yet no one had come to investigate the commotion, and there had been quite the commotion. Where are you, little boy? Come out, come out! A sing-song voice marked the only other existence in the streets. Her thigh-high boots clanked the pavements of the streets with no cars. An awful scraping sound soon accompanied the sounds of footsteps as she dragged the blade of her scythe along the ground. It won't hurt much, just for a second. The pair of siblings fell silent, breath held as they prayed that lunatic would just pass them by. There was a high-pitched whoosh followed by a loud crash. This was a sound Shugo would not have been able to place just 10 minutes ago, but now knew it too well. It was the sound of purple magic whistling through the air and colliding with a building. How that did not attract attention from others, he did not know. I can feel you. You're scared, aren't you? The crashing sound had only been a block away, but the distance was comforting. Now there was a second sound of magic flying and the matching crash. It was much closer. Too much closer. Come on. He grabbed his sister's hand and tugged her into the shadows. The sound of their footsteps was louder than he wanted them to be. I hear you! Another crashing sound closer than the last. Magic flew over his head and buried into the wall of the buildings, crashing rubble and debris to the side. Their escape route was blocked by a mountain of concrete. There you are. The clacking of those familiar tall boots made his blood run cold. He knew magic hummed like a computer, but this was not how he wanted to learn it. Next. We're playing the game Engulfed. New game. It's been a long time since the night I met her. I'm not sure what point of the meeting her was, but I do know it's had an effect on my life ever since. I didn't know much about her, only that I thought she was cute. At that age, I was quite easy to please. All a girl really needed was a nice face and a slim body to attract me. Yet for some reason, this attraction was quite different. This is a beautiful background. The crickets have been... I lowered the sound. These crickets have been chirping non-stop since I started staring into the water. My own reflection looks back on me, though it's crooked. As I stare at it, I begin to think that maybe I'm the only one that's crooked. After all, I'm currently standing by a lake at this time. The kinds of people who would do that at my age are considered weird. I don't mind being called weird, but at the same time, I do want to feel accepted by some. As I stand looking into the water, I begin to hear footsteps behind me. They're soft, yet immediately they draw my attention. Who are you? As soon as her voice fills the air, all of the bugs go quiet to listen. Her voice is calm and it soothes me. I'm John Smith. I say it so easily. John Smith, that's a cool name. I've never heard of it before. Right, country girls usually don't know much. Judging from the girl's appearance, I might be about 5 years older than her. She's cute, but younger girls like this are only just that, cute, nothing more. Well, I'm flattered. What might be your name? My name, well, it's, The girl pauses. Yes? My mom said not to tell my name to strangers. And a good mother she is. In that case, why don't I give you a nickname? A nickname? Yeah, I'm thinking Lily or something. After all, you just stepped on a lily flower. Then again, considering some of the implications a lily flower has, that might not be a suitable name. Definitely not a good name. Definitely not a good name for her. I doubt Trolasalum is a good name either. Maybe. If it's a flower you want, why not a rose? A rose, huh? Very well, then you shall be renamed Rose. Well, Mr. Smith, please John is fine. Well, John, you see, I was wondering why you're here. I was just looking at the water. You too? Do you like to come to the water at night? Yeah, the moonlight is very pretty at this time. I think so too. Hey, want to join me? She still has an uncertain look on her face. Sure. Rose walks next to me and lifts herself onto the old wooden railing. Her eyes sparkle as she stares off. For the first time in a while, I'm actually enjoying another person's company. Hey, be careful, the railing is old. You could fall off. I didn't know that. Thank you. After that small exchange, we both went quiet. I'm not sure how long we sat next to each other in silence, but I do remember us parting. It was a simple goodbye we exchanged. Next.